Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving headfirst into the massive legal showdown between Elon Musk and OpenAI. And let me tell you, this is a fight that could literally redefine the future of artificial intelligence.
At the very heart of this tech giant clash is a really simple but powerful accusation. Somebody broke a promise. Musk is claiming that a core founding principle was just tossed aside in the race for profit and power.
But, this isn't just some corporate spat over money or who's in charge. No, this is shaping up to be a full-on battle for the future of AI itself. And maybe more importantly, who gets to decide where it goes? Okay, so let's get right to the big news. A judge in California just gave this the green light. The lawsuit is officially going to trial, which means this war of words is about to become a very real, very public, high-stakes legal battle. So what does this ruling actually mean for everyone involved? Well, it means this whole conflict is moving out of the world of press releases and social media posts and into a court of law. You see, OpenAI, they really wanted the judge to just throw this entire case out. They filed something called a motion for summary judgment. It's basically they're saying, hey, there's nothing to see here, no real facts to argue about. Well, that request was denied. And that decision is huge because it sets the stage for a jury trial, which is scheduled to kick off on March 30th. So all this stuff that's been kind of simmering behind the scenes, yeah, it's about to get very, very public. All right, so to really get why a judge is letting this whole thing go forward, we got to unpack what Musk is actually claiming. And for that, we have to go all the way back to the very beginning. Musk's whole case is this. He says he was talked into co-founding and sinking a ton of money into OpenAI based on a very specific promise. The promise was that it would be a nonprofit focused on safety and would share its research openly with the world. He's arguing that entire promise was ditched for what it's become now, a super secretive, profit-hungry machine.
And that's the crucial point here. The trial is going to zero in on these really serious claims. We're talking about a jury having to decide if Musk was truly misled, and if OpenAI's leadership basically got rich by abandoning that original charitable mission.
And Musk's legal team, wow, they are not holding back on the drama. They're actually framing this as a betrayal of Shakespearean proportions, accusing OpenAI's leaders of hiding their real profit-driven motives right from the very start. Okay, but OpenAI tells a completely different story. And in their defense, they're not just pushing back on these claims, they are going on the attack. I mean, just listen to the language here from OpenAI. They're calling the lawsuit baseless harassment. So they're not just saying it's wrong. They're painting a picture of Musk where his motives have nothing to do with principles and everything to do with something else. Their entire defense seems to hang on this one number, 27%. So what is that? Well, OpenAI says that's the slice of their massively valuable for-profit company that is still owned and controlled by the original nonprofit. And here's their big counter-argument. They say, far from abandoning their mission, this for-profit structure has actually turned the nonprofit into one of the richest in history. So, in their view, this is actually the best way to help humanity, just, on a gigantic, well-funded scale. So let's get down to it. Why should you or I actually care about this billionaire courtroom drama? Because believe me, this is about so much more than a feud between two of the biggest names in tech. This right here, this is the central tension of the entire case. You've got this nonprofit foundation, right, created to help all of us, sitting right inside one of the most valuable private companies on the planet. A company now mostly controlled by investors who want to make a profit. It's this weird hybrid model that's really on trial. And the outcome could have massive ripple effects. I'm not just talking about huge amounts of money. This could challenge OpenAI's entire way of doing business. But even bigger than that, it's going to set a major precedent for how we answer the question, what does building AI for humanity actually look like? It could literally shape the rules for every company racing to create superintelligence. So really, this trial forces all of us to ask a really tough question. As we sprint towards creating artificial general intelligence, AI that could outthink us at almost everything, who do we actually trust to be in control? And what kind of promises are we willing to believe from the people holding all that power?